Hey everybody on YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to start working on the TJ front bezel for the custom Android stereo. Stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, I just want to start off, appreciate you guys stopping by. If you guys are already subscribed to the channel, thanks for joining us back again. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, get some newest updates on some of the Jeep and Overlanding videos that we have. And I want to welcome you to Father's Day weekend today. Today's Saturday, tomorrow's Father's Day for 2020. We've kind of had a unique year for 2020 for COVID, so we're going to be doing a little project, a couple projects in the garage today. We got some storms rolling in, and then kind of just spending some time with the family later on today, and then we're going over to my parents' house tomorrow. So I want to give a shout out to Happy Father's Day to my dad for tomorrow. So I appreciate everything you've done for me. You've made me a better man as far as pushing me to do different things and not giving up on my hopes and dreams and continuing to go down this route. So I appreciate that. Happy Father's Day, and Happy Father's Day to all those men out there pushing to be really good fathers to their children, to make sure that they do everything possible to give their children like they deserve. Okay, so today we are working on the Android radio. We are actually going to start fitting this in to the stock bezel. As you can see, I've already started cutting some of it. This here is designed for a 1.5 DIN module. So we've opened it up a little bit, and we're getting ready to start using some Bondo glass with some fiberglass shards to help strengthen it up, and this actually, we're going to use it to help form it and get the fitting that we need. And this here is going to go in here like this. Already got it all positioned up, and then we're going to actually build around here so that these are stationary on both sides. And once they're stationary, then start putting it all back together. Okay, so we're back. We got the back part fiberglass and bondoed in, so it's stable. And what we're doing is we pulled the deck out so we don't damage it. It's over here, and we're basically building some little forms. It's kind of like working with concrete. Basically, you just build little form areas here, so we can basically put this down here so we can form a nice little straight edge. And then once we're done, we're going to peel this back, sand it all down, and start getting it ready for some paint. So basically all you do is you just cut a piece of cardboard or whatever you want to use, cut it up, line it across the section of the actual inner brackets here. This did not come with the actual bracket that goes on the outside. It was these little brackets, these arms here. So that's why we're doing a custom one. I know I can go purchase this piece here for a double DIN, and it's about $100. But I'm just showing you that you can customize these with very little effort and very little cost, and not have to spend $100 and still make it look nice.
Okay, so I'm going to explain a little bit about this while we're waiting for this to dry out a little bit, or start drying. Yes, I know I made a little bit of mess on the side here, but that's okay because we're going to be sanding all this down and kind of making it look more form-fitting so it looks factory here. Then we got it raised up just a little bit more here because I'm gonna basically be attempting to do this here where it basically flows through and looks like it's all factory. Same for this side. I cut a little more into here, that's why it goes further down on this side. So to kind of explain a little more, we use this Bondo glass. It does have the fiberglass strands already in it, but I have some more 1/4 inch chopped strand. And as you saw from the video, I put a little more in there, and what that does is that actually helps bond this a little bit better together, because this is not like traditional Bondo where it doesn't have these strands in there, and when you fill it out over time and flexing in heat, it would actually start to crack and cause problems. So I just kind of wanted to explain a little bit about that. And if you've never used the Bondo series, it's pretty self-explanatory, pretty simple. You put a little bit on there. Use the cream hardener. You just need a small amount of that. You put too much, it'll start hardening fast. So, and then try not to go overboard on when you're mixing it. You don't want to be wasting it like I did on the first round, which was this here. You'll see that's all wasted Bondo there. So try to stick to about what you're going to use, but then also at the same time you don't want to not have enough and have to try to mix it up and not. And as this is hardening, if you want to try to fill it in and whatnot. So yeah, so we're gonna let this dry, and once this is dry, we're gonna peel back our little barriers here for where the stereo will slide down into, and then we'll start sanding all this down and start prepping it and getting ready to start painting. So we really haven't done too much since last time we saw it. I got the time-lapse video that you guys just saw of how we did this and how we kind of put some of this together. We did use the stereo, which is actually in the TJ right now. We used that to kind of mock up where these brackets needed to go. Filled it in on the back side here. And then we're going to start smoothing all this out to make it look factory with some of these factory indents here. And then we're going to get it repainted and get it put back into the Jeep. This will give it a little bit nicer look so that you don't see the sides. There was probably about maybe a 1/4 inch here and a 1/4 inch here of gap that you still saw, just because this bezel was not designed for a double din. It was designed for a single din car stereo. And of course there was the room, just we had to kind of modify this a little bit. And that's what we're all about, is trying to cost save and save a little bit of money to build our own stuff and do what we need to. So while we're waiting, I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the merch that we got coming. So as you can see, we have the Airman Performance Overland camping t-shirts available. We're gonna have that link down below for the store where you can go purchase those. We also have the hoodies that are coming in. We have some tank tops. So we're gonna show you a little bit about that. Show you a couple of those items here in a little bit. So we do have those available. They came out really great. I appreciate Teespring with the ability for us to be able to create merch at a custom level so that we can go and sell this stuff to our fans and some of the people looking to support us. So if you already started purchasing some of this stuff, thank you, I appreciate it. Keep up the love with that, so appreciate it. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up part one. This will be a two-part series as far as how we're doing this. So you're seeing the first part, just because the fiberglass filler does take time for it to fill in, or I'm sorry, for it to harden and dry. But you'll see here, I got a couple more spots and stuff from some of the holes where there's some air bubbles underneath. We're gonna get those filled in there. And you'll see here from the time lapse how we've started creating the curvature around here to give it that stock look and how it's indented. Let me get a little closer look to that. And what we're using is basically a multiple of tools is the Dremel. We got a grinding pad on there just to kind of give it the form up here in these tighter spots where we can't get to them. We got our angle grinder with the sanding pad. And then of course we got our Black & Decker orbital sander. So we're going to get this all finished up. We're going to get the last of the fiberglass Bondo filler in, and then let it harden up overnight, and then we'll see you guys for part two. I hope you guys like this video here. So we've got this all sanded down. We're getting ready to put the body filler, I'm sorry, the Bondo fiberglass filler back onto here. Give it a little bit smoother look, kind of fill in some of these holes and stuff that have formed from some of the air bubbles. But this is the part one series. Stay tuned for part two. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell for notifications so that you guys get up-to-date information as soon as we post to the channel. And then we'll see you guys next time. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Have a great weekend. See ya.